Most chain restaurant strawberry daiquiris end up being about 300 calories, but today we're making one for less than half, roughly half. This recipe comes from the Tropical Standard book. There is an optional ingredient that will really help the texture. It is called xanthan gum. It helps to keep it combined. So if you've ever made a slushie before and it's kind of separated into different parts, that's because it didn't have a thickener here. It's basically just fiber, so it's nothing scary or dangerous. It helps keep it together. You're going to need a rum of choice. We're using Bacardi White. We are using zero sugar simple syrup by Torani. It's called a sugar-free sweetener. This is in replacement of the original recipe's tablespoon of sugar, because there's 1 tablespoon of sugar in 1 ounce of simple syrup, so we'll be using 1 ounce of this. Today we're using a bottled lime juice. It's called Nelly & Joe's Key West lime juice. It is from concentrate, but I've heard really good things about it, so we're gonna try that. And a little pinch of salt is called for in the recipe. We're just going to use a salt grinder. You should get a kitchen scale if you don't have one. They're like $10 at a Walmart or wherever, and it's pretty accurate to the point where you're gonna know exactly what you're putting in there. So, in order to make this recipe, you'll need 2 ounces of white rum, 60 grams of frozen strawberries. You can use any kind that you find at a grocery store. This is Wyman's, that was the one that I had access to. So that's about 4 to 5 frozen strawberries. That doesn't smell very normal. 3/4 of an ounce of lime juice, 1 ounce of sugar-free simple syrup, pinch of salt. I'm just gonna do a couple cracks. 1, 2, 3. And then 1.5 cups of crushed ice. I'm using crushed ice so that it blends a little bit easier. I actually need to use a little extra. All right, most of the measuring is done now. So we're going to do a first blend for 15 to 20 seconds just to get the strawberries broken up. Now we're gonna add a 1/4 teaspoon of xanthan gum and then blend another 10 seconds just to really incorporate that. Should have mentioned this first. You might want to have a chilled coupe glass so that it stays cold even when you pour it. Okay, so strawberry daiquiri going in.
Yes, I took a bite. It has a weird little chemically flavor to it.
I thought you were gonna say it's a little bit too tart still.
No, I think it's a really nice blend.
You want to get your fingers all the way in the drink too? Okay. Let's try just like half an extra ounce of this simple.
I will say the frozen factor is really nice and it has a really nice texture. It tastes like a strawberry smoothie, so I think you've achieved, and I don't taste any alcohol.
Right.
So let's see, but there is a weird little aftertaste. It kind of tastes like paper.
I kind of smell this because I got a similar kind of. So she's gonna smell the xanthan gum. Do you think it comes from there?
Xanthan gum smells like Cheetos. Well, at least this one does.
All right, I'm adding in another 1/2 ounce of simple syrup just to see what that does to it. That poured away nicer.
It looks like a nice little swirl. Don't drink it from the blender if you are making this for many people.
Yeah, true.
Can sugar solve all problems?
It takes a little bit of the edge off of the strawberry in a way that I like. I'm not saying that's bad. I don't think it was unbalanced before with just an ounce. I think if you like it a little bit sweeter, yeah, but try to describe it so we know what you're experiencing there.
Texture-wise is very good. It feels just like a smoothie or like a slushie, so that's really good. I don't taste really any alcohol, so, you know, if you wanted to maybe make these for like a little party or a get-together, like it's really simple, maybe like a little brunchy thing. Ooh, brunch, you know, like a frozen daiquiri.
Yeah.
I mean, I took like 2 sips, but like, I don't feel any of the alcohol at all.
She's gonna try drinking it with a straw, because I feel like that's the real texture test.
It's glides smoothly through a straw.
Okay.
Definitely taste the strawberry. Definitely taste the simple syrup. Lime is hidden, but there is like this weird little aftertaste that happens at the back of the mouth. Could be that juice. Let me see. Let me see if this is.
That smells a little funky.
It does smell funky.
I was recommended to buy that by the YouTube algorithm, so I'm not sure how I'm feeling about. Do you think it's imparting that flavor?
It just doesn't taste like real lime.
Yeah.
I would reckon to say this would benefit a little bit more from some real lime juice.
From real lime juice, yeah, that would go crazy, I think. Come on, just try looking.
Is it that weird flavor?
That's not right.
Do a take 2.
All right, we're gonna do one more using lime super juice. So that's basically using water, acid, and the peel of a lime to get the flavor correct. That's so much more natural. So I was unclear on my own instructions. I need to say without xanthan and ice. Blend for 15-20 seconds. I'm changing too many variables though, because now I don't have crushed ice. 170 grams. Okay, blend until smooth. So that's not crushed ice, so let's see how she does. That's why you use crushed ice. Plating, part 2. Looks pretty good, man. So this is the second version. We followed the correct steps, by the way. I have the steps in the description. The first time I blended it with the ice first. You're supposed to blend just the strawberries and then add in the xanthan and then add in the ice to get the best texture. I mean, obviously the texture on the first one came out pretty good, but let's see how this one compares. I'm just kidding. And my wife still has the straw for the straw test.
This one is a bit more chunky.
So now she's giving tasting notes on the super juice version.
Flavor, it has increased greatly. I would say if you're gonna go so far as to buy lemon juice or lime juice, buy fresh stuff. That one does impart a weird flavor. It kind of makes it almost salty. I think maybe the xanthan gum is participating in a weird way because the texture itself is slimy. Not a big fan of that. Yeah. I wanted to blame the xanthan gum on everything. I was like, don't use it. But once we got rid of that weird flavor, the only critique that I have on this one is texture-wise. I don't like how slimy it feels when you drink it. But other than that, flavor is really good. I love the strawberry. I love lime. Strawberry and lime go perfect together. You still don't taste the alcohol very strong. So this is probably like a cute little like girly pop drink that you can serve for a good time.
It is pretty.
Going through the straw, it is a little bit chunkier.
Because I didn't have crushed ice, I had to use like the full ice, and I think maybe they just didn't break down as finely. So use crushed ice. So that's actually a good test. Why do we use crushed ice? Because it blends easier. My blender had to do a lot more work with the big chunks than the crushed ice. My big suggestion is if you have a Sonic near you, buy their ice. It's $2 for 10 pounds, and you can make so many drinks with that. And you don't need to crush it yourself, which is always a lovely thing.
Yeah.
All right, so final observations. What did we learn? Today, we inadvertently did a test on fresh versus bottled lime juice, and we found that it smells a little bit off, it tastes a little bit off, and imparts a flavor that's not very enjoyable to the drink. So use fresh if you can, or there will be a recipe for super juice in the description if you'd like to make that. It saves you a lot of money on limes. You only need 3 limes to make 12 ounces of juice there. If you enjoyed the content, please hit like. That really helps us out. And if you want to learn more about low-calorie cocktails, you can check our description or on the screen for our low-calorie cocktail playlist. And as always, salud.
It was straw.
Goofy straw, dude.
Clink.